Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Effective monitoring and management of research, intellectual property rights, innovation, and startups is essential for fostering a sustainable and competitive knowledge-based economy. Today, we will meet the team leader of SIH winning team that has worked to provide solutions in this segment. So, welcome to the show, Ritik. So, tell us something about you to begin with.
Okay, sir. As I am Rathod Roshan and currently I am the third year student of Bhaktiyar College of Engineering, Engineering College in Bihar. And from this college itself, we have participated in the SIH 2024 with all 6 members, including 1 girl member.
Okay, so now coming to your project, what you did at SIH. So before we talk about that, let us try to understand the problem that you worked on. So please tell us something about the problem that you worked on.
Sure, sir. Sir, our team inside worked on a problem statement SIH 1608 under the statement theme of education, which was aiming for the monitoring and management research of IPR. Basically, this problem statement was given by the state of Gujarat Ministry, which aimed to collaborate the research IPR professionals, innovations, and startup across the whole Gujarat. We built a united cross-platform where web application that concentrate collectively with the researchers, policymakers, funders, mentors, and the other IPR experts in a real time. Our aim was to share the resource properly with them all with the AI-powered dashboard. Key features includes the patent tracking, algorithm alert, personalized wallet, and data-driven heat maps for the innovation of the Gujarat startup. So this was the problem statement where we were aimed to design a web application.
So all this problem, the things that you're referring to, were they kind of intimated to you by some startup founders or people like those, or you sometimes thought, okay, these are the areas which need to be worked upon?
Yes, sir, exactly. This was the area, like in Gujarat, what it happens that there, as we all know that Gujarat is known as the hub of startups. But what's the main issue occurred that there is not a proper tracking of their working, like a funding agency approves the fund to any startup company, but it has not a proper track like what's the currently status of the startup hub. So what government actually wants that we build a platform where the funding agency can track that what's the current status of that startup. Mentors who mentor them like to enhance their feature, they can also track that what's the feature. Like if a certain student which wants to know what's the startup hub, where has it come from, and what is its motive. So these all resources are shared on a powered platform. In that platform, we use the blockchain. And what blockchain actually did that it like we all know that in blockchain the data are completely visible to anyone. That is immutable. So we use the blockchain to share the complete resources with everyone, and we were able to track their proper status.
Okay, so you basically created a platform wherein everyone can, kind of get linked with each other and not only monitor, but, keep a tab on what's happening and what might be required. So they can provide some input. So those kind of things. So it was a communication platform, or you can say a platform where you can have a look into the other, facets of what's happening in that area. Great. So how did this happen? How did you make it happen in terms of technology, in terms of execution? How this folded out?
So if I talk about the technology, we were supposed to make a web application. So we opted the React.js and the Node application to design the whole platform in the UI and the other required features which were we aimed. Further, we opted the blockchain for the data storage, where we said that this all data is stored in the blockchain. The immutable feature of the blockchain provides the each and every stage of data access. In this process, not only the government of Gujarat, But all the stages which are involved, all those faculties or all those people who are involved in this process, they can easily access at any stage. There is no chance of, like we say, the fund theft or any kind of things is not left over there. But we say that in like at the earlier age, we were supposed to just integrate the Google Meet. But later we came to know that what's the feature that will make our platform different. So we thought to develop a cross-platform. In that cross-platform, what we actually did, that a mentor can actually book a session for the any startup company, or a startup company can also book any mentors, and we were providing a cross discussion between them. So what it happened that we integrated, not only we integrated the Google Map, but we created a forum where each and everyone can discuss in detail.
Okay, that sounds really good. So can you take us through the whole process? Like when I come to this platform, how does it work? How does it flow?
Oh, sure. So when you will come to this platform, first of all, you will have to register on our platform. While registering, you will be asking about your role, like what will be your role? Any IPR professional, any funding agency, mentor, or a student, or any startup hub. So first of all, it will ask you the role, and for that specific role, you will have to give certain details. Like if you are IPR professional, you will have to give your credentials and all, so that you can register. Further, when you are completely registered, you will get a login ID and password. Then you will be routed to your respective dashboard. Suppose if I talk about the IPR professional, what actually IPR professional do? So our IPR professionals approve the certificates of IPR to the different startups. Like we found that in our India, or if I talk about a particular team, if any startup company applies for the IPR, then it actually takes lots of time, because there is a lot of process in the government, documentary and the other verification. But what actually we do, like if you are IPR professional, you can directly see that in your area, what are those people, what are those companies which have applied for the IPR professional. Then you can easily see that. Just suppose you are a funding agency, then your dashboard will be having a wallet where it will show how much fund you have. It will show that how many companies you have invested. It will show that how much you are generating the revenue from each company, and it will also give you the alert. Like suppose you have been investing in a XYZ company, and that company is getting downfall due to a certain issue. Then you can see that your XYZ company is getting low. So what will you do? You will connect with that startup company, and you will assign them a mentor to again pick up their company. So this is how our platform works, that there are different access, different dashboards for the mentor and all, and they work in the same flow.
Okay, so I can see on your platform there are different stakeholders. There are startups, there are funding agencies, there are IP professionals, and there can be many other stakeholders. So what is your plan? How do you, wish to bring them together on this platform? Is the plan is to approach each of these categories separately and make them come to your platform, join them, or what is going to be your approach regarding this?
Sir, in this platform, we have the access of data for each and every stakeholder. Suppose if IPR professional, it will be able to see that who all mentors have mentored this startup company. What are the funding agencies which are funding in this startup company? So what we did that we opened the data for each and every stage. So IPR professional can directly look into the startup companies, mentors, and the funding. Suppose a funding agency. So a funding agency will have the complete access of that startup hub, that where has it come from, who are the mentors in this. So basically we have provided data to everyone. Data is not hidden. The data will be same for everyone. We are just providing the different routers for everyone. But the data is same, and that is stored in the blockchain, which is immutable and visible to everyone.
Okay, great. But the point here was, how do we get these people onto the platform? Do you just simply access their data from different places, or supposing I am an investor, so will you approach me to be on that platform? So how does it work?
Yes, sure, sir. Like if you are an investor, then personally your profile will be shown to my dashboard, and I will connect to you via your our access over the portal that connect to you. So your option will be shown over there. Then my request will go to you, and there will be a token which will I'll get personally connected to you. Over here, we are not connecting all the members at a time, but using this token ID, we are giving them access to directly know about me and connecting one person at a one time. And if we want to meet together, then we'll have to come to a forum and then we'll have to connect to each other.
Okay, so how do you plan to, or shall I ask it this way, is there a way to monetize this also? And if yes, then how does the revenue stream get created here?
Talk about revenue, then on a personal basis, like there is not any idea of generating the revenue, but yes, it will be helpful for the government. Like what many people do, that they run their startups and other without registering and another things. They get the revenue generated by that. But it will help the government to get to know about how many startups are running in their areas, so that they can properly manage their taxes and the other things in that area. Since this is a confidential work, so we are not targeting for any revenue generating model till now. But yes, we were thinking that if a mentor who is mentoring, it can charge a bit, you can say that any subscription, but that will all be done under the monitoring of the government, so that we can also reduce the chances of, like we can increase the chances of transparency, so that data will be shown to everyone. Otherwise, it will be like we are charging some extra from the startup hub company. So, what is the meaning of collaborating them all? So, basically, this is a confidential work. So, I don't think there is a revenue generating model, but yes, it will help the government to make it complete GDP.
Yeah, okay, understood. So since you're making it for a government body, so it is basically not really a for-profit kind of a project. So, but if we have to utilize all the work that you've done, which is quite, remarkable, I would say. So, do you think you can turn this into some kind of a startup which can help all the stakeholders and generate revenue at the same time?
Yes, sir. We are thinking for the same thing, like why not to join these all stakeholders at a particular point, and in that particular point, we can come to a startup idea that since these all stakeholders are separated with each other, and there is not any company, like suppose I'm a student, I'm having an idea to start my work, but I cannot find, like if I will find the funding agencies at another platform, I'll find the mentors at another platform, so it will be very difficult for us. But if we make a platform where these all will be available, then we can easily get in touch with the financial, funding agencies, mentors, IPR professionals. So we were thinking to develop a platform where these all will be available.
I think that'll be great. That could be your next step in this direction, because the work that you've done can actually be utilized in many different ways, right? So, okay, now coming to the SIH competition. So, tell us something about your experience there.
Sir, first of all, I'd like to give a brief about our Nodal Center. So, we were given the Nodal Center at IIT Gandhinagar. Indeed, it was really a good environment, a complete competitive environment where we met with a competing and brilliant minds from across the country, and that pushed us to innovate and refine our products in real time. So at the starting in our Nodal Center, we were just with a we were just a basic idea which we had, on the basis of which we were selected for the next round, that is the finale round. But we met with the mentors. They actually gave the brief about their demand, like what they want. That actually gave us a shift from the inner, that built us not only the technically, but from the point of view what they actually wanted. It gave a lot of competition. And it is said that when you view your competitor designing something, like we were actually looking our competitors at what actually they are designing. So that gave us the spark to work more on that. So that 6 hour was not just a competition or say hackathon for us, but that was a complete learning phase for us. Like we technically learned so many things. We tackled our technical glitches. We tackled our another problem which arises, and we also tackled the certain statements which were given by the mentor. Like we had designed something from our perspective, but what mentor actually said that no, this is not the result thing. We need to change. So that sudden change in the prototype or the complete system, it is actually a bit challenging. So we tackled that in a very good manner, and at the end we were announced one of the winner of that problem statement, So that gave us a lot of happiness, and that cannot be described in words, but that can only be experienced arriving at the nodal center.
Yeah, of course. And what you just mentioned about the feedback. So I wanted to discuss that as well, the feedback part. So a lot of feedback must have come from the judges as well as mentors. So what was there a point in your that span of 36 hours when you thought, okay, this is not going the right way, or I mean, the feedback was posing difficulties for you, or you had to pivot, you had to change the entire idea or make some changes to remain on track. So I mean, something of that sort happened or no?
Yes, sir, it happened. Like in the earlier days, like we were just an idea that funding agency will approve the fund and it will give to any startup company and it will utilize. But what mentor actually said us, and actually he was a very good guy, he was a very good person, he was actually involved in the Ministry of Gujarat. So what he guided us, he just asked a random question. He said us, hey, inside, just tell me one thing, that will you approve the complete fund in one step, or will have their certain stepwise steps? Then we actually got stuck. Like, since we had no idea, like how to get fund and all. Like as a student, we have not got any fund until now. So we got stuck. Like, what should actually do? Is it okay to approve the complete fund at a one time? Since there is chance that if any funding agency approves the complete fund to any startup, then it may completely not utilize. But after tracking to their progress, and if we disperse this payment in a stepwise, like looking to their process, then that would be better for us. So that mentor guided us that do in a way that you will disperse the payment looking on their progress. So they'll have to file a certain format in, like we made a dashboard in which they need to request a fund. So whenever they need to request the fund, the funding agency will look to their PDF or their certain report, and on the basis of that, it will approve the fund in a disbursement in a stage-wise area. So this was the main thing which we changed.
So great. So I mean, it clearly shows that you actually not only took the feedback but turned the feedback into your favor by working harder and working smarter on that. So wonderful. So maybe that's the reason you guys went on to win the competition. Great, Ritik. So nice meeting you, and thank you so much today for joining us and sharing your project with us and enlightening us about the kind of work that you've done to, in this particular area. So thanks for sharing all your thoughts, and congratulations once again on your winning the SIS team. Thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
A platform dedicated to streamlining research and the growth of startups can play a crucial role in fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. This can ensure transparency, accountability, efficiency, and long-term impact in the innovation ecosystem.